Thank you so much for joining us for part two. Again, as we roll into this, every rad group meeting should include these three things. One, casual fellowship. This is a laid back time to chat, to get to know one of another, catch up with each other's lives. Now, it might just sound like socializing, and I understand that. The reason that it sounds like that is because that is what it is. Fellowship is also about pouring into one another. This builds relationship bonds and ultimately strengthens everyone involved. As for all of our groups, obviously, we want people to be able to dive deep into the things that they really need to talk about. But I was told one great thing a long time ago, and that was to build the bridge of relationship strong enough to bear the weight of truth. Now, what does that mean? That means that we invest in the relationships of our groups so that whenever it is time to reveal those heartaches or the things that we really need to talk about, we can lean on the relational side of things to have those hard conversations, to deliver the hard truths. So, making sure that we're doing this casual fellowship is a huge deal because it strengthens us for the future conversations. Prayer is another thing that all groups should include. Asking for prayer requests from your RAD group members at the beginning or end of group time is very important. Praying together over these requests and committing to praying for one another throughout the week. I encourage you as you lead a group, start asking different members of your group to pray for one another. Again, we want to push them further in their walk with Jesus. And oftentimes, praying for someone is a fear for some of us, when in reality, it should be something we're excited to do for one another. The next thing is a spiritual component. Now, I understand that some groups may be lifestyle groups to where you're going and playing basketball, pickleball, going on walks, whatever that might look like, and that is totally okay. But we want to make sure that in all groups, we are pushing people closer to Jesus. This is the thing that sets apart your rad group from being just another gathering or like minded people getting together or just to hang out. Whether this happens during the study or during activity time or at another moment in the meeting, always find ways to include the Word of God to your group. Okay? It is during this time that most rad groups study the Bible, work through a particular curriculum, such as the Radical Church Talk It Over, where it's just discussing the message from this past weekend. Or you hang around another group and study specific topics. Maybe it's marriage, family, finances, hobbies, serving opportunities. Rad groups are based around service or activities, and they may use this time to serve and participate in their activities together. Again, rad groups are not a place for multi-level marketing, business, active selling, networking, or anything like that. Referrals are fine if it comes down to that, but this is not a place for us to start selling makeup and getting people into our company or our pyramid scheme, per se. This is an opportunity for us to go closer to the Lord, not find successes out of getting people into our home or meeting with others. It's also not a place for controversial topics. I understand the Bible at times does go directly at culture, and that is okay whenever that is a space or a topic of that meeting. But for example, just asking people to raise their hands and start announcing who they voted for, this is not the place for that. We want to keep these places sacred and comfortable because we never know who is walking into our homes or into our groups or what might be that thing that pushes somebody away from Jesus. So let's make sure as leaders, we are directing those conversations well. This is also not a place for negative conversations or behaviors or unapproved material, curriculums, or speakers. Our ask is that every time you're going through a study or anything like that, please just let myself know, Pastor Alex, Pastor Trevor, or somebody on staff know to let us know what it is you're studying out of protection for yourself and out of understanding for us as a staff to make sure that we are facilitating you well as a leader. Next, your role as a leader. As a Rad Group leader, you'll come alongside Pastor Trevor and the other pastors and staff at Radical Church. Your primary goal as a Rad Group leader is to guide your group members forward in their walk with Christ. Now, again, we want to push them in one of these directions, identify where they are in the walk with their Lord, and start pushing them to that next step. Whether it means they start coming to church, they worship together, encourage them to be a part of regular services, or they serve, or engage in community, practice generosity, or invite others. They need to be taking that next step.